Now, what do you see when you see this home that jumps out about what our subject property may or may not be? What have I shared with you about the subject property that is not like this house?
Is this one a buy level?
It is not. So you are on to something there. So this is a two-story home. So what I'm looking for first is the same architectural style. So I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use this comp because it's not a similar style home. And you will find a lot of appraisers that this is a major sticking point. So I'm going to find a multi-level. Oh, what do you know? Here's one, and it's in the same neighborhood. So let's examine it. Okay, so I'm going to go through first, and I'm going to document the stats of this home. So I'm going over here to my trusty columns on my not Travis approved spreadsheet. And I know that we've got 2481 total square feet. So 2481 total. I add the address over to the side here. So when I'm coming back to reference these, so it's Detroit, and I might just highlight it and I can start a cart if I want to. So I'll just highlight it so when I go back to my map, I'll know I've already looked at it. And then there's two numbers that I want to look at here. So per square foot total, $208 per square foot. And then per square foot finished, $230. So these are the two numbers that I want to extract, 208 and 230. I see it has 5 bedrooms. I'm going to note that. 2 bathrooms, same as the subject property. And then I'm just going to go ahead and find the days on market because this tells me a little bit about the market activity as well. So 179 days in the MLS. And then I'm going to go through it and I'm going to just start comparing it to, I'm going to start comparing it to my property, to the subject property. And so I'm going, okay, mine's got a little bit of a front porch on it. This is pretty tidy, guys. Like, landscaping wise is pretty tidy, looks pretty clean, as far as the siding and stuff. Here I start to see a little bit of wear and tear. I'm like, okay, these tiles are a little worn. There's a hole in the cabinet. The countertop looks, kind of sketchy. That's kind of a pinch point. This kitchen doesn't live very well. Okay, you got the flooring that runs into there, another chip on the countertop. So I'm just making mental notes here. Okay, baseboards look pretty worn out and beat up. This home probably didn't show very well. Okay, so mine, there's pets there. It's kind of a bachelor pad. There are some similar pieces. So I'm going, okay, I've got a nicer kitchen so far, a little bit more open floor plan, a little more functionality. So I'm taking note. Oh, they have a fireplace. I don't have a fireplace. It's kind of nice in Colorado. I'm sure the buyers that bought it were thinking, hey, nice to have a fireplace. So just kind of going through this, checking it out, comparing it. Okay, that bathroom's not been updated. That's probably original. I've got an updated bathroom. This bathroom hasn't been updated. That's original. I've got 2 updated bathrooms. I'm taking note here. This bathroom, I mean, look at the around the tub on this, mold, mildew. This thing's pretty rough. If you're seeing it in pictures, worn out on the cabinetry. This place needs a refresh. I don't know what the heck's going on here. We're missing some flooring totally. Baseboard, no baseboard. Probably somebody thought, oh man, did water get down here? And then a pretty good size unfinished area. So I'm going, okay, how does this compare? Oh, it's got a shed out back, needs a paint job and probably few new trim pieces. Backyard's pretty dead, needs some love. Somebody probably looked at this and said, there's quite a few projects here. Pretty good roof, looks like. I think I've got enough information. It's on a little cul-de-sac. It's nice, not on a busy street. So I've got enough data here. So this one was listed at 515. Then it was listed at 500. And then it closed at 515, or so it would seem. Better go down here and take a look. We had 15,000 in concessions. So they upped the price to get the concessions. So really, this is a net of 500. So make sure you guys are looking at concessions, especially in this market. So you go down here and we look at that net, okay, 500,000. So, okay, I'm going back now to realist. They said the range is 477 to 551. This one sold for 500. They're saying my property's worth 514. Well, let's see. I've got 2 updated bathrooms. So what do we value those at? Well, I mean, to get a bathroom remodeled right now, kind of bare bones, you're looking at around $15,000. So 2 bathrooms at 15 grand, or am I going to get an entire $30,000 worth of value out of those? No. But can I get 15? Can I get to that 515 number? Okay, that seems about right. Save somebody having to do it, $15,000. Okay. So I'm like, this 515 number is not sounding too bad. Now I have my data documented, so let's move on to the next one. Any questions so far? Going back to my map. Now you can see how I marked that one, so I don't have to go back and look at that. Just for kicks, let's see if this one got withdrawn. 147 days on the market. Let me see if this was a buy level. No, it's a 2-story, but it started at 615, dropped to 585. I'm just doing a little market research right now and just saying, okay, why'd this thing get withdrawn? Is there some data here that would help me? Just don't overprice a house and don't try to push it too far. Now I'm going back to my map. I'm looking for more buy levels. Okay, so here's one across the street. Oh, here's another multi-level. Oh, now we've got one that's closed at 535. Oh, we're testing that 515 again. Can we get to that 515? Is it up, down? Right now, we're kind of sitting right in that range. Now, this one is 1764 square feet. Okay, well, this is quite a bit smaller, but it's still within that 20% range. Then I'm taking the per square foot total, which is 303, and then the finished, which is 303, because it's all finished. The last one had a pretty big open area that was not finished. 4.3 on the bedroom bathroom situation, so it actually has an extra bathroom, same amount of bedrooms. And then I go down here and I go, oh man, we had some pretty significant concessions on this one too. So the net sale price on this one was 510. So 10,000 more than the last one, because we netted on the last one 500. So then I kind of say, okay, let's compare it. Let's see what this thing, oh, first thing I see, brand new driveway. That's going to cost you. And that's a $10,000 bill right there. Oh, and the sidewalk, let's call it 12. Siding looks great. They've got updated modern colors, modern, light fixtures, LVP flooring, looks like new carpet, fresh paint, brand new kitchen. Not many cabinets there. Most people are going to look at that and go, I don't have many cabinets. Oh, there's some more. Cool. Pretty good sized kitchen for this size home. So far we're in good shape. And that kitchen's going to cost you 30 to 40 grand depending on who does it. Okay, so I'm going, All right, well, this one sold for 510, and I'm trying to get mine to the 515 number based on the last comp I saw. New carpet. And this thing's turnkey. Buyer can move right in. There's no projects in this house. It's done. Clean, no missing baseboard, laundry room, nice pad out back. Gonna have to do some landscaping, but this is a great little spot. Looks like a nice little flip. And they graded it out. It slopes back towards the house a little bit, but it looks like they've got a little swell in there. So looks pretty darn good. Notice a new air conditioning unit. So I'm going, okay, good information to have. Now, if I want to just kind of run this and go, I wonder what an appraiser would do to adjust the square footage here. Well, I would take the subject property square footage. You guys want to take note of this. Take the square footage of ours, 2199, minus this one, 1764. And that's a total of 435 square feet. I times the per square foot total, $303. And I go, that's $131,000, 805 difference, $132,000 difference. So it's smaller. So then does that mean that I make $131,000 adjustment? No. It means, and most appraisers are going to use it times 0.4. So times 0.4, that's always my multiplier when I'm making square foot adjustments only. And then there's my adjustment, 52,722. If I'm just doing square footages, that doesn't account for any changes adjustments I might make for bedrooms and bathrooms. It doesn't account for any adjustments I might make for finishes. Now, based on what I've told you, you guys probably have figured it out by now. There's quite a bit of difference in the finishes of this property versus the finishes in my property. So if I'm looking at this and I go, okay, what's 535? 535 plus 52,000. If I make that adjustment, I'm up at 587. And then I go, okay, well, what's it cost for a kitchen? I don't know, $35,000. Probably pretty darn close. You hire a contractor, they come in, it had new appliances, quartz countertops, cabinets. Now I'm at 552. Well, that had all new flooring throughout. Boy, that sure sounds like $15,000. That's an entire house worth of flooring. $15,000. All right. Now I'm at 537. What about the exterior? They sided this thing. They've got new concrete. They've made upgrades across there. Boy, that sure sounds like $15,000. Okay. Then I'm at 522. And I go, well, these bathrooms are both updated. Should I just wash it there? My backyard's kind of trash too. So either one of these are going to need some love. So I'm going, all right, I'm kind of in that 515 range here again, maybe 520. So now I'm adjusting, okay, maybe plus on my number. Okay. Mark it as already seen, and I'm back in. Let's find one more here. 570, that's not the same style at all. Let's find another bi-level, let's see what we got here. Is this a bi-level? Okay, it looks like another two-story. Oh, yep, it's a split level. Sometimes we'll get to see right here bi-level. Would have saved me a few pictures. Cool. 2114 square foot. All right. Let's check this one out. Started at 515. Are we starting to see a pattern here? Ended at 510, or did it? Yep, sure did. 0 concessions. Cool. This seems like a pretty good comp. So let's hop in. Per square foot total, 241. Per square foot finished, 241. Beds and bathrooms, 3.2. Days on market, 23. Ooh, this one really hit the market, and it hit it pretty strong. No concessions. They were within 5,000 of their list price. These people, boy, this would be a good example for me to show my client, wouldn't it? Oh, you want a fast sale? Maybe we need to consider this. It was last year. Have things changed since last year? Yeah, they've changed a little bit. We're in our spring selling market. However, it's within 6 months, so an appraiser will use this. If it's 6 months, that's why that 180 days automatically pops in when you do closed properties. So I go, all right, 2114 square feet. Let's do a square foot adjustment here. My property's bigger, 2199 minus 2114 totals 85 different square feet times 241, 20,485 times 0.4. That's about an $8,000 adjustment. So that would put me close price from 510 to 518, just square foot. So I'm going, okay, this plus, now I got 2 pluses on my column. Let's take a look at the actual finishes in the property and start figuring it out. It's got 2-car garage. It's got carpet. I've got hardwood floors. This kitchen's pretty dated. So kind of going, okay, I'm liking my property versus this one. It does look clean though. You don't see a bunch of chipped countertops and faded cabinets. It's dated yet well maintained. Nice basement, which of course is the bi-level, so it's the garden level kind of stuff. Cool. It's got a little bar downstairs, little laundry area. Boy, this yard's nice. It's got a nice deck off of the kitchen, which is convenient. So I go, okay, I think that overall, this has a nicer yard. Mine's got some updated kitchens and bathrooms. I'm feeling pretty good. Guys, I'm still at 515.